अंधेरे से उजाले की ओर मानो आ गया है एक नया दौर। ये बादलों सी कड़कड़ाहट भरी आवाज, जैसे मिल गया हो बाइकर को कोई नया साज। ये नज़ारे, बहते झरने, खुला आसमान, यही तो है हम बाइकर्स के ख्वाबों का जहान। पहन कर जैकेट, ग्लव्स, हेलमेट सा ताज, चलो करते हैं एक नए सफर का आगाज। The Triumph Bajaj Alliance has had the Indian motorcycling fraternity anticipating for a while. When the Speed 400 was launched, the partnership bore fruit smashingly. The Speed 400 was everything Triumph and Bajaj were known for. It was a combination of stellar performance and solid bang for the buck. But even then, Bajaj left something on the table, the more rugged twin of Speed 400. Now with the launch of Scrambler 400X, they are going all out. We finally flew to Pune again to get a taste of what sets the Scrambler 400X apart and what it brings to the table.
Welcome back to the another video of XBHP, and this is Ankita Arora, and right now we are in Maharashtra and the location is near to the Kolad, and right now we are riding this beautiful motorcycle, the Triumph Scrambler 400X. We recently rode its roadster version, which is the Speed 400, and that was amazing motorcycle with a 40 horsepower and with the same configuration. This machine has been launched by Triumph, and this is basically belongs to off-road touring terrains.
Starting with the looks, we can tell that the Scrambler 400X is a very distinct motorcycle. It is shorter in length but taller overall. The upfront exhaust, wider handlebars, headlight grille and amp, some guards, and of course the dual-purpose tires differentiate it enough. It's road bias twin.
And this is like a very classic modern kind of a scramblish. You know, the headlamp is very round in the shape, and then this dual tone and the strip in between with the Triumph specific logo and the particular one, it's giving a very good look to the motorcycle. And if we talk about the styling and looks, then this is a complete pack of the scramblerish, the adventure, semi-adventure kind of a motorcycle which can go to the terrains and could go to the any kind of a roads, or wherever no roads, off roads. So the Triumph Scrambler 400X having the same specs and the same engine. So it is basically the liquid cooled engine with the 398cc, producing the 40 horsepower, 37.5 Nm torque, just similar to the Speed 400. If you say the difference in the Scrambler and the Speed, Scrambler is having a taller suspension because it is meant for such terrains.
In terms of ergonomics, the Scrambler 400X is a very different animal.
The seat height is 835 mm, which is quite high, shorter rider like me, because my height is 5 feet 2.5 inches, and I am on my toes, that too on the single side. So you just need to tiptoe and need to balance the motorcycle. So it is all that skill set. Whenever people talk about that you are having a short height, you cannot handle the motorcycle, so I would definitely say that definitely there is a point of getting scared that how I will manage the motorcycle on these off-road terrains. But there is always a tactic, there is always a skill set which you need to apply, and then you need to go from terrain to terrain or go from that motorcycle. So firstly you need to understand that weight of the motorcycle.
At 185 kg, it is a hefty motorcycle as well, but that is alleviated thanks to the weight distribution with this and the narrow tank where it meets the seat. the Scrambler 400X is a little easier to deal with in the real world compared to the numbers that seem intimidating. On the move, the Scrambler 400X feels really similar to the Speed 400 in terms of engine characteristics. It is smooth, grunty, and predictable. The transmission and gearing are also spot on for the both city and highway use. The suspension has more travel, which makes it even more compliant on bad roads. The front disc is also bigger, and the difference can be felt slightly in terms of the urgency with which the motorcycle deaccelerates. The suspension really shines when the roads are less than ideal. This is not a hardcore off-roading motorcycle, and yet it deals with the most off-roading situations very deftly. The traction control is switchable, but you also have to remember to switch it off. If you leave it on and it cuts the power, you may find yourself stranded.
So with a timeless style and modern capability, this Scrambler 400X is all kind of terrain. And right now we are in a very dark tunnel. So in such kind of places, terrains, this motorcycle is capable enough to go, and not just the machine, always support. Like I would say that, Triumph has beautifully made the motorcycle and, did justice with this going on such terrains. Like, I've taken the off-roads, potholes and all these up and down terrains. So it's not just the bike or the engine will support, it's always the, your shoes is also required. So I would say that tire is also plays a very important role. If we talk about, then here we have MRF tires.
The 19-inch front and 17-inch rear alloy wheels are wrapped in these dual-purpose MRF tires that do a really good job on the road and through light off-road trails where we got to experience this Scrambler 400X.
The dedicated Scrambler 400X chassis and commanding, the handling, the commanding ergonomics is absolutely amazing, and I would say this motorcycle is a perfect motorcycle in a scrambler-ish if anybody wants to go to, off-road, to the long-distance touring along with the off-road, because, we never know on the long-distance touring, we never know what kind of patches we face. So this, I feel, a very, very modern, classic, capable motorcycle.
Overall, the Scrambler 400X is distinct enough to have its own following compared to the Speed 400, which has a different base of buyers. At Rs 2.63 lakhs, it is just 30,000 more than the Speed 400. It is fairly justified too. We just wish that it was a little lighter and purchased in a little low. It would have made life much easier for the short riders like me. However, the added ground clearance makes up for it. And overall, the Scrambler 400X is just as lucrative a deal as the Speed 400 and deserves every bit of your consideration. And I really enjoy. So this is another story, another ride, another review of a motorcycle. Ride hard, ride safe.